All right, so that was pretty cool. Still a little few tweaks on that I need to do, but I figured that would be neat to run those. That's actually from my Be Right Back screen that we're gonna have. It's gonna run these highlights and clips that have been done over time and automatically play those. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Saturday broadcast. There's some old stuff in there, guys. Some old content. Like Grug said, look at that noob. That there was still when I'm using my headset mic with microphone, headset mic and all that, streaming at 2500 bit rate. Permadeath death completion. There might be some stuff in there. It's a little bit of everything in there, and it randomly picks video, so it's not the same video every time I hit the button. So right now in the folder that it's randomizing, there are 54 videos, and that's not including some of the permadeath stuff that I need to do that I want to add in there. So now when I switch to my Be Right Back screen, my starting screen, and my ending screen, it's going to play those highlights automatically in a random order. So it's always something new. I need to fix the audio with them though, because it is extremely loud and I don't know how to change that. So I'm going to have to look into that, because it doesn't let me. I can probably do it by letting OBS control the audio, but when I do that, the audio doesn't go to the stream. So I have to test and figure out why it's not doing that. But that's a problem for another day. That's just stuff I've been working on in the background. So good morning, good afternoon. Yeah, I read that. Destiny 2 is a blast. I keep trying to get back into it, but none of my pals have had taste in the games like that. Yeah, I get the itch every once in a while, Zane, to play it, but then I load it up and I'm just like, meh. What's up, Beard? Grug, how's it going, sir? Hello, everybody. Zane, how you doing? Hello, hello, hello. We're playing over on Varsoon today, coming off a Tuesday stream where we were taking a look at PvP over on Zaracon. Interesting. I don't know, according to the Discord, how active the server is right now. I think the general consensus, if you look on social media or in Discord, it's meh, is what I'm getting. And that's just, we're not even a week into it yet. So we'll be taking a look at that on Tuesday, unless somebody purchases a change server. That's a new platinum thing that I put into the redeem Twitch channel points redeem option. So now you can purchase if you want me to change servers. Now just know when you do that, it's going to ask you to actually put in the server that you want me to change to. It's not an instant thing. I do have to do some stream stuff when I do that for VOD reasons and things like that, like update the channel name, and it's not an instant thing, but I will change server if you want me to. And I suspect that this is going to be used on PvP nights when we're doing like Tuesday Zaracon stuff. That's when I expect for this to happen. But also, we do have a few users out there that might want me to play on retail. What's up, Bobby? How's it going, sir? Beard, what's up? He says mostly lurking, working on building a gravel. I read that as grave pad, Beard, and I was really confused for a second. Gravel pad for the new storage shed. So much fun and stuff. I was like, Beard's digging graves? He's building grave pads? What? Y'all know me in reading. I was a little worried there for a minute. Never hurts to be prepared. Digging your own graves, just proactive and considerate, in my opinion. But how are you going to get there? Unless, I guess, you know it's coming and you're just going to lay down in there, right? Like, oh, this is it. One too many Taco Bell burritos. It's time to go lay down in the grave. So, that gets me to another point. Like I saw, you said that you saw that highlight reel. Those videos are in there. They're randomly going to play on certain scenes of the stream. That is just a preemptive thing. I need you all to clip stuff, and then when you clip it, make sure you change the name, because it's easier for me to find stuff. When the clip is just clipped and there's no customization, it just goes in there as a stream title name, so then I have to go back and watch the entire clip to see if it's actually clip worthy or highlight worthy. I'm also going to try to be better on myself on hitting the stream marker stuff, so I can go back and get clips and / highlights from there as well to add to that random option. So if you want certain things that you've seen on stream to be highlighted, go back and clip it or highlight it or do whatever you want to do with it, and then I'll get in touch. I'll get it and put it in our folder for future highlight stuff. So I'm also going to do a post in Discord once I get everything straightened out. I got to get the audio issues because it is loud, like, and it won't let me turn that down. I thought it was something with VLC. It's not. The script that it's running actually uses VLC, so I got to figure out how I can change the audio settings because I feel like it's just at max. And I don't want to change the audio settings for the entire thing because that's a whole fucking thing when we mess with audio from the stream PC. So, but it is a work in progress. I appreciate you guys. Let me know the feedback. Hit me up if you have any recommendations. But today we're going to be playing some Permadeath. Permadeath. We're going to try not to die today. See who all we got on. We got Zane, 14 Conjurer. Oakensoul, 43 Ranger. Grug, 53 Alchemist, which he is a... What are you, Grug? You're a Bruiser at level 40. 40. You're a level 40 Bruiser. Nice. Perma, 37 Troubadour. Cumulu, 37 Warlock. Tempest, 50 Woodworker, which Temp, you are a... Yeah, 3 M's, not 2 M's. You're a 45 Warden. Nice. And then me, 37 Assassin. How many people is that? That's 7 people. Lizzie Liz, what's going on, Liz? You never know. You could come out and see where they are, but they have to join them. Yeah. What's up, Sin? Alright, who wants to group? Who wants to do stuff? Homer said sure. Cumulo, I'm assuming. Tempest, you're on your healer? Yeah, you're on your healer, right? I want to invite the Tempest. I got you, Temp. And then Freddy. The only thing, Ezane, how long are you on for? Do you need help with anything, or you just grinding it out over in Greater Fate Arc? The only reason I'm asking is just grinding out some level. Okay, gotcha. The only reason I ask is because we could get you in a group and we could all mentor you. Freddy's non-permadeath, so I was going to give you the option first since you are permadeath. So if you want some dungeon runs or a dungeon run, we could do that. We'll mentor down you and go to probably Wailing Caves at 14, right? Or we can do something else. So the ball's in your court, Zane. What do you want to do? Go ahead and get actual XP. I mean, mentor is just actual XP. We're willing to help, man. I'm willing. If y'all lose a person, I'll join. Gotcha. All right, Freddy, you're up. All right, so we're all 37, 37, 40, 45, 43. Should we do... We're even. The group's even. Should we do CT? Do some Kha'Zix Thul? Or... Hopefully not permanently lose them. Thanks, Zane. Or do y'all want to do something else? Yeah, I'm Caladem is... There's only so many times you can run Caladem. We do have some quests that will go through Caladem HQ-wise, but we don't have to do that today. So the permadeath people that are playing, well, I guess it's easier. Never mind. Nothing. Forget what I was going to say. All right, let's go to CT then. Let me check and make sure I got food and drink. Got level 20 food. Should be fine. Got arrows. We got poisons. All right. So over to Kha'Zix Thul. Where am I at? Crafting area. Docks, this way. Gotta get my bearings. What arrows are you using, Reeb? Right now I am using plain Fey Iron arrows. Level 30. General Merchant specials, if you will. Holy shit. Yeah, those are a lot better. Those have slashing, though. What's the difference in slashing and piercing? Dollar General ass arrows, yeah. Yeah, look at the difference in the vendor bot. Why does it have a hit bonus negative? I mean, I'll take them, Tempest, if you want. Make me, like, you know, make me some. I'll take them. Definitely way better stat-wise. At least damage, 153. I'm just, what's the negative 10% for? That's weird. It don't matter. Do 40s. I'll use these until I hit 40, because if we're going to Khazak Thul, I'm assuming I'm going to hit 40 today. King Israel, what's going on, man? He said, why some skills have 25% easier resistibility and 25% harder? I don't know. I really don't know, because I was just talking about that with these arrows. I don't know why there's negative 10%, whatever. I'm assuming it has something to do with the, TLE stat stuff, I'm assuming. Examine the skills you see. Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to examine one of my skills. Hit bonus 25% easier. Yeah, I don't know. Those are, yeah, I really don't know. I've never paid attention to that. I have no idea. Maybe somebody in chat knows, but I have no idea. When I maxed out my slashing ability, I didn't miss a melee shot. Nice. Bobby. Very cool. Sinking Sands, because we're going to go to Erudite. Perma, you good? Perma? Nope, not good. Oh, shit. Why can't I? Oh, it's right there in front of me. You had to evac. Okay, so you're good now, though. All right. Jesus. This horse is that way. Yeah, be careful in here, guys.
Greetings.
I'd like to travel. So I'd like to travel, please. Dread Basin. Lots of mobs at the CT Mount location. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, as soon as you got off, I should have invis then. Well, actually, you can't invis and travel. Healer's not in the zone either. Great. Were they solo mobs or like heroic mobs? I got evac, so might have to hit it. Bobby says, like a caster on live servers, the mobs resist more when their abilities aren't maxed. Oh, so I think that's what he's meaning, King. Stun locking. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I'm riding, so we're going to see what happens here, I guess. Make sure you're all bank. Drop your money in the bank. Any items you don't want to lose, because we're going to a harder zone. Not saying we're going to die, but there's a chance. You can talk to the NPC on the open maps, then you can cast your invis and click your destination. Oh, nice, Beard. Okay. But if I upgrade my spells, the harder resistibility increases. Freddy's entered up on the channel currency giveaway. Thank you, Freddy. Zane says I'm dangerous. Nice, Zane. Yeah, I'm not sure, King. I've never paid attention to it. True. Or do I jump off earlier? I jump off right here, maybe, on the corner. Oh, no, you're good. You're good, King. The entire thing was calling mobs. Yeah, this whole zone is just tons of mobs. Level 26, weaponsmith, guys. I'm getting up there. And these are all orange. There's some reds. Frick. Oaken Soul. Oh, Oaken Soul's not permadeath. Okay. I was safe to jump right here. There's no mobs around me. Your stealth this time? Nice. I'll stay right here so people know where to jump off. Yeah, I will, Grug. That's what I was planning on doing. I'm gonna wait here so people know as a marker where to jump off your mount. Or hop off the horse. Everybody's having a great weekend. It is a long-ass ride. There's no one else in there, Grug? Oh, nice. We'll have the whole zone to ourselves. I would say we probably just grind out the front until everybody else is 40, if we can. Don't go any deeper, unless we're manhandling the zone, you know? Those big Magus guys, that one's seasoned Viz, or Stealth. Here comes Q. Oh, Q didn't jump off. Yo. Oh, there you did. Alright, so now what we do, if everybody has leapers, you can go right over here and then jump. Well, I didn't make it all the way because I'm invised. But, you know what I mean? Good temp. Kenster, what's going on, man? This looks neat. Where is this at in EQ2? Ferrot or somewhere out near? So yeah, it's Ferrot. Rebuffing before you risk it. Gotcha. Could have passed out res items too. There you go. Get them in here. Alright, let me go ahead and buff you. Res items are out. Very nice. What do these look like? Yellows, some oranges. Yeah, so we might have to stay down here and just, like, clear left side, then clear right side, and then repeat. Because if I remember right, the respawns are pretty good. And we'll level up slowly. Not slowly, but we'll get some decent XP. When you're ready, Grug, take your time. No rush. Cool. I took a lot of damage there. I did use AoE once I started taking damage, but... Thank you, Tim. Let Grug pull it. Got a wanderer coming up behind you. He's going back up the stairs. Lizard man tail. Tails of the lizard man. I need it as a starter. Probably all do, actually. Take a hit and pass it around, chat. Form a circle. Just don't inhale. Oh. The hell? I forgot I was in Viz, because I thought it was... I was wondering why it attacked us in the first place, but I forgot I was in Viz. Yeah, I can't get that quest yet. Yeah, I think we're too low, Q. EU and Perma are too low. What's up, Quint? How's it going, sir? I'm doing pretty good, doing pretty good. It's a nice chill Saturday so far. Just been hanging out. Weather's kind of rainy outside. Haven't been able to do much out there. We did go outside for a little bit. My back patio got messed up during a storm. Like, blew the grill off the back patio and all that, so I had to put all that back together this morning. But otherwise, we're good, man. Chilling. Super rainy here today too. We just got back from picking up cause oh nice. UPC this morning, sweet. Hey Bunberry, what's going on? It says dig the stream. You got me to reinstall. Nice, dude. Welcome back. Let me know if you have any questions. Love helping out. Mystic, what's going on? Happy Saturday. What are we fighting here? Wish I could root. I'm good about peeling mobs off. Just can't do anything with them when I peel them. Like, I could peel it and then pull it all up back here, somebody root it, I guess, but as a form of crowd control. Is this your healer or warden? Oh, this is actually my assassin, Mystic. We're over on Varsoon today doing our Permadeath character challenge. Is this still your favorite? Is this still your Erudite Sin? Yeah, Quint, yeah. The Erudite Sin is still alive and kicking. Is your healer? Oh, sorry. The healer is a warden. Yes. There's a big group right behind you, Q. So just be careful. Man, respawns are quick. I saw that, Sin. Target in the tank. Oh, that's the... Why did I hit need on that book? It's one of the annoying books. Seemed like it wanted to confirm. Yeah, no problem, Mystic. Yeah, respawns in here get a little wild. Feels like wardens are the best overall group heals. They are at the beginning of the game, yeah. Templar is the best healer in my opinion, but wardens are pretty good group healers. And also, since our tank's a bruiser, a Templar wouldn't probably be as good of a healer here. The regen heals are nice when you have a monk tank or a bruiser tank. Yeah, true. Got an exquisite chest there. Off a random mob. Ooh! Swashbuckler, 41 Master. I remember main tank raid always had Templar combo with Defiler or Mystic, yeah. Now once, like Perma was saying in group chat, once Wardens get 80 and Epic, then they're freaking powerful healers, man. And then if you go melee spec as a Warden, you're doing DPS and heals as you're helping the group, like, do damage in the group. Pretty insane on what Wardens can do. I mained Warden last TLE. It was a good time. Good. That's what I made on PvP. Over on Zeracon. Another spider incoming. My Conjure Pet is going on aggro rampage for some reason. I don't even know where he is, but I see him just murdering random mobs. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. They'll pull the train real quick. Congrats, Freddy. Why I always want to do Fury or Warden. Nice. If I join back, to do probably unless a guild needs a different. Gotcha. Nice. Very cool. Furies are fun too. They're like they're wizard druids basically. I play a Fury when I'm playing with the kiddos. Granted, I've only got the Fury to like 20 something, so. Villainy, it's complete. Thing. I like Fury better than Warden, but I have to admit, AAs for Warden is just better, yeah. My first class was a Necro, then I did Courser, which was my best class, but either Shadow Knight or Druid would be next. Shadow Knights are a lot of fun. That's what I play over on Kale Drackle. Epic, what's going on, man? He said, are we there yet? Where are we going? Go to Disney World or spend 2 nights at the Galactic Star Cruiser. Hell yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Congrats, Perma. Job density here is nice for XP mobs, yeah. Or mob density, sorry. I read that wrong, too. Yeah, this place, CT is a pretty cool zone, experience-wise. Loot's okay. It's not bad, but there's a lot of named here, too, as well, once we get, so, like, there's one over here that spawns. He's kind of a rare one. There's two up here. There's a dragon in here we gotta be careful with, though. Don't want to pull the dragon.
Well, hello, beautiful.
Dark inside, what's going on, man? I don't even think we'll have time to evac if we pull the dragon. Dragon pull, we're pretty much dead. We usually just don't even go up there. Playing some Ghost Recon. Breakpoint is honestly quite shit. Oh. They respawn so quick in here. Like, we can't finish clearing one side before mobs are respawn. It's good. So I totally didn't just realize I had crafting gear back on. Oh no. Couldn't tell, your heals have been solid, man. I'm hardly pressing buttons, to be honest, though. Yeah. Or like breaking point or drone point. Careful back there, Q. I don't want you getting hit with respawns or something. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. Thank you guys for stopping by. Battle Cry, Guardian ability. Ah, that was me. Oh well. I'm not getting anything loot-wise. Congrats, Q. Well, I'm saying like the lizard pieces or the language pieces. I haven't got any of those yet. Good fights. Can you dig it? Ooh, names. Blackberry Bear, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the community. Happy Saturday. Level 40 Sensor of Anguish. What we got? Grants on loot. About to ding 38, guys. Ding. What's your next grind zone after 40s? We usually, I think, at 50, we started running, Sinking Sands instances, I think. Warden ability, nice. Bad memories of that. Sinking Sands are fine. They get very repetitive though, because they can be done pretty fast. Some people like to run Obelisk at 50. You could probably grind Death Fist, probably pretty good XP too. At like 45. Hit the wrong spell. Sure. Sure, Perma. Just trying to make a highlight reel, huh? Rather not, I like the Troob. I remember when you made the Troob, you're like, well, I'm betraying this to Dirge, but he never did. The Genie Carpet quest, I remember? Nice. Mega, what's going on? He's trying to murder you. Oh, true, yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah, the Warlock AoE is nice. I think Warlock's kind of growing on Cumulu too. She was ready to end that character pretty quick. All good. I just try. Little multi-attack there. Very nice. But looking at Druva, I'm able to get the good Bard AAs for DPS, so not like I'm missing much. Very cool. Nassan, what's going on? He says Warlock AoE is crazy. Yeah, it really is. DPS crit and casting speed are shared by Dirge. Nice. I do miss playing EQ2, but none of my friends' circle play it anymore. I was all by myself when I finally left. Aw. What are you playing now, Nassan, if you don't mind me asking? What's your MMO of choice? Fights. Final Fantasy 14 and Lost Ark with some Red Dead roleplay. Very cool. Final Fantasy 14 is probably what I would be playing if EQ2 was to shutter the doors. If EQ2 was like, you know, servers are closing down, we're packing up shop, I'd probably play Final Fantasy 14. It says, I've actually been on DDO a lot recently, kind of taking over my main game. Nice, dude. Are they still doing a thing for all the content? I keep forgetting to go in and put in that code. Or is that over? I probably missed it, didn't I? It expired last Sunday, yeah. Congrats, Freddy. It's a good game, but it's kind of nice to know that one character can play all jobs, crafters, and gatherers. Very cool. Hassan. I enjoyed the challenge of raids in this game compared to other games. The difficulty was unlike others. Not much of a raider in EQ2. When I first started playing EQ2, I told myself I wasn't going to raid because I came from EQ1 raiding, and that's like a part-time job, sometimes full-time job, depending on the guild server you're on. But, so when I came to EQ2, I knew I wasn't going to be raiding here that much, if at all. I just needed a theme park to run around in. That's all I really wanted from a game. Congrats, Tempest. My true nostalgia game, EQ1. Basically grew up on that game. Same. Spent many more hours than I'd like to admit in EQ1. Well, that and Ultima Online. Spent a lot of time in Ultima Online as a kid, too. EQ1 Star Wars Galaxies was like my teenage years. I had a few friends that got into Star Wars Galaxies, but it never like got me hooked. I was more EQ1. They get challenging as well as the levels go up. Yeah, Mystic. Played EQ1 straight through from vanilla all the way up to Omens of War. After that, I started taking long breaks. Gotcha. I came in right towards the end, right before the launch of Kunark in EQ1. That's when I started playing. Like, I had time to play. Actually, it might have been longer because I think Kunark was like... Kunark was just... I don't know. I'd have to look at my... Thing is, I don't have my original EQ1 account, so I can't look at my, like, creation date there. Because I sold my raid enchanter when I decided to leave EQ2, or leave EQ1. So I don't have access to that account anymore. But I'd like to see my start time, at least. Narc was a great expansion, but I feel like Plains of Power was probably my favorite. Yeah, I started getting behind, because in EQ1 we were raiding, and I started getting behind with keys in Plains of Power due to school and shit, so that's when I started drifting away from EQ1. Like, I even had buddies trying to, like, log in my account to get me keyed and stuff like that when guilds would do it, but just got to the point where I was too far behind, and then trying to find pickup raids or follow along with other guilds to raid with. It's crazy. I actually enjoyed... I mean, Kunark is always my favorite, like, just all time in both EQ1 and EQ2, but I think I had a lot of fun, and I remember a lot of fun encounters and fun nights with people and grouping in Luckland. Luckland was, like, there was just a lot of fun I had in Luckland in EQ1. Like, from full groups to duoing, like, it was just a good time. Raiding in Luckland was fun. Keys and Plane of Power was intense. A lot of backflagging and stuff to deal with. Yeah, the logistics for, like, guilds to get, you know, 80-man teams keyed properly and in an efficient way was insane. Cumulus says I'm getting triggered. Why? What's going on, Q? Full-time, part-time job rating in EQ. Yeah. Narc was my favorite, I think, because that's when I changed my main to an Ixar monk. I still had that character to this day. Nice. Farming shards, yeah. Definitely self part-time job. Yep. I will say though, my EQ1 character, when I sold that account, I was when I sold that account, that gave me money to purchase my first truck, I should say, because it purchased my first truck, and I had a little bit extra left over to get a CD player for the truck. So I was on top of the world when I sold that Enchanter account. My first truck in high school was a Chevy S10. I think it was a 77 Chevy S10. That thing was a piece of junk, man. If I took a right turn too hard, it would just stall out. So I had to always take left turns. That truck was more frustration than what it was worth, but hey, I was cool shit for a few weeks. And then all my friends in high school were like, how'd you get money to buy it? You don't have a job. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Where'd you get the money? Your parents bought it for you? I'm like, nope. I mean, my dad, he kind of like made the sale, but like, he's the one that did all the talking. I just gave my dad the money. My dad couldn't wrap his head around it either, though. I'm pretty sure my dad thought I was selling drugs or something. He just couldn't wrap his head around somebody paid me this amount of money for a game. And I was like, yep. He's like, did you make the game? And I'm like, no, I didn't make the game. I just sold them my login. He's like, I don't understand. I'm like, you know the game that I sign into on the computer every night? He's like, yeah. I'm like, that login is what I sold to somebody. And he's like, how'd you give it to him? And I was like, I just sent him the credentials. And he's like, he sent you a check for that? I'm like, yep. He's like, I don't get it. I was like, okay. He's like, so now what do you do? I'm like, well, now I buy another disc and I play again if I want. He's like, so you have to buy the game again? I'm like, yep. But the time passed on the account money? You can't buy time back. No, you can't. True. King. My first vehicle was a Black 72 El Camino. I missed that tanky truck. Mine was that 77 S10, and it was not treated nicely before I had it. Let's put it that way. It was red and white. It had that white stripe down the sides. If it was too cold outside, it just wouldn't start up that day. So like sometime I'd have to get a ride with my buddy down the block during the winter time. But I had a CD player, and a lot of people had CD players in their cars when I had mine, so I was pretty happy about that. Old beat up truck with a CD player in it. Rats. Drug. Then I had a puke green 71 Ford, how do you say this? Eco line? Van with flower wallpaper on the inside, 8-track included. Nice. I went from that Chevy S10 to a Dodge Neon, I think, is what I went to. This is my next car. Trying to make sure that's right. I think it was. I think I went to a Dodge Neon next after the S10. I wanted another truck, but it just wasn't money-wise something I could do at the time. I went from the Dodge Neon. I did go to another truck. I went to a Nissan Frontier after the Dodge Neon. And that Frontier was a tank, man. That was probably my favorite, like, truck that I owned. Was that Nissan Frontier. Wood, what's going on, man?
Catch you live.
Hey, how's it going, Wood? Thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. 9 months, dude. We're having a baby. 9 months. Hope all's well. Thank you for the continued support, Woodrain. Happy Saturday, everybody. If you're just joining us, we're playing over on Varsoon. We're in a group right now. We're playing on our Permadeath character, so if we die, we have to delete our character. Well, if we die and the group wipes, we have to delete our characters. We do have a rule that we don't have to delete our characters if we can be rezzed at the time of death. Simmons says, I have a no rezzing policy, though. Oh. Well, that would have been nice to know before we entered this agreement of grouping, sir. The group starts wiping, Tempest is just like, alright, I'm running towards the dragon. This is the way out, right, guys? Leroy, yep. Really need better gear. I'm wearing all 20. Well, I got a few 30 pieces. 110. But mostly 20. Mostly 20 and a few 30s. Where do you go quest for 40 gear, chat? Anybody know what? I guess Lesser Fey would be the zone, right? Right now? You did Everfrost? I don't want to do Everfrost. F Everfrost. I mean, I guess I could probably do Steam Font, right? That'd be 30s, though. But it might be a few, like, high 30 pieces, maybe. Back into Steam Font is also low 40s? Yeah. You don't remember any 40 gear, Tempest? Oh, Lava Storm, maybe. Actually, Lava Storm's... Oh, SS. SS might be a good one, yeah. I think SS starts at like 45, so the gear drops are probably 40-ish. Oh, SS is 50? 45 to 50. What level's Lesser Fey then? I remember there's pretty decent gear from the quest in Lesser Fey, if I remember right. I just don't remember what level it is. Nice! Thank you, Fuel 101. Thank you. With the Prime sub. Appreciate the support. Hope all's well. Happy Saturday. Quest and SS start at 47, something like that. Lesser Fate is 45 to 55-ish. Take that back. Up to 60 in Lesser Fey. Okay. There's also new Tanaria. Yeah. Me too, Perma. Some of them do, though, I think. Or is that... No, they don't do... They increase... Never mind. Oh, shit. How did I... I wasn't paying attention. My bad. Oh. Beat the bio. Alright, so that doesn't... So our rule set, chat. If anybody doesn't know the rule set for our permadeath rule, since I died in that and the group didn't wipe, I'm able to be rezzed, but I do have to go into my biography, hit edit, and then do rezzed by Tempest, CT, and then the date is 4/29. Okay. Now, if the group would have wiped there, I would have had to delete my character. But since it was just me that died, and Tempest was able to res me, I don't have to delete my character. And we did that rule because it kind of adds corpse running back into the game. Remember when you used to have to go get your shard? When EQ2 launched, EQ1 you used to have to go grab your corpse to get your loot off it, stuff like that. we kind of did it that way to kind of implement our own rule for corpse running in groups, because we did want to encourage group gameplay in permadeath. Most permadeath, when you see people running permadeath, it's like the, what is it, the SSF, self-sufficient or whatever. Ours, we wanted to increase or encourage grouping, and the only way we could figure out a way to do that efficiently without having to delete our character instantly every group would be implementing that rule where as long as the healer can res you at the time of death, you're good. You don't have to delete your character. You had those in the beginning, you lost a lot of stats until you got your corpse back. Yep. Stats and XP, I think, right? Because you took a pretty big debt. Once you got your corpse back, you still had a little bit of debt, but it wasn't like, it wasn't crazy debt. Or if we feel like it, damn, Grug. Go be the money. Damn it. How does the overseer bag work? What goes into the overseer bag? It's worthless on TLE? Well, that's cool. But like on live, what goes into it on retail? Make it invisible? Gotcha. And it says I accidentally just used my shield. Great. The crap that comes from overseer missions that you usually either transmute or change. So all of it, like the gear pieces and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm good with that, Tempest. I need to stand up as well. Head back right over here and take a quick AFK. Is it need or is it greed? Alright, give me just a second, chat. I'll be right back. Weirdly can't put temp adorns in it for some reason. Weird. Figured that would be a great spot for that. Alright, give me just a second, chat. I'll be right back. Running back to the crystals. No loot left behind, chat. No loot left behind. Alright, slow down. Slow down. Aim. Fire. Yeah, buddy. Okay. I wonder. Here, hold on. There you go. Look at that face. No? That was one pissed off halfling. Oh. Oh, jeez. Somebody else is out there. Hello?
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 I just joined and I'm looking for people.
He's like a little kid.
I know. Get off my lawn, kid.
Hello?
Let's figure it out. Where you going? Yeah! Got him! You didn't expect those stuns, did you? Try it, though. Yeah, fuck it. Well, I'm gonna try it. Jesus. Big mistake. Oh, fuck. Jesus fucking Christ. Damn. No. Ruined me. Oh shit, my camp is not here. You gotta be kidding me. I logged out. I logged out to reset the thing. Oh. Snatch can still be beautiful. Come on, Purr's daughter. Give it to me. Alright, Everfrost, here we go. Zachary has been up a lot as well.
Did you just say give it to me, Purr's daughter?
Yeah, I didn't mean that. I was hoping nobody would notice. Right, back. We are here. What's going on? Everybody back? I think it's cat. Right? /cat. Or can't be mounted though, I think. I think you have to turn off your mount and then... Oh, Tempest is AFK. There you go. Yep. Q getting it. Well, don't stop now, Q.
I don't think so.
Tim's back. I think everybody's back. I just barely survived that battle, let me tell you. Uh-oh, what happened, Tim? Oh, no. Taco Bell burritos? Oh. If you need to go, Temp, you're good, man. Oh, lactose. Jesus, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, no. I had a buddy, he was super lactose. And we were out one night, and he got some drink, and they didn't tell him that it had like milk in it or something, or some kind of cream was in the milk, or it was in the drink. And that, well, let me tell you, when we left, he was so messed up. Like, I was afraid that I was gonna have to pull over on the side of the road to let him go do stuff outside because it was bad. And then he was messed up the rest of the night. It was awful. I felt really bad too. Like, he was like very bad lactose. Or cheese. Maybe it was cheese. I can't remember what maybe it wasn't a drink. It might have been pizza or something messed him up really bad. Ready. I have yet to get one freaking puzzle box, guys. It is a struggle for those puzzle boxes. Tempest says I've gotten 4. Jeez. At this point, we might as well let Tempest finish out the quest so he stops fucking rolling on him. Grug says, stop crying. I messed up that. Hate when I do that. I used an invis skill into another invis skill and then did a backstab. Congrats, Cumulum. I just realized. Damn it. Oh well. Open that later. I went to go make another drink, like a drink, an adult drink, and realized I was out of rum. That's because I didn't put the new bottle of rum in the cabinet yet. There is another bottle of rum. Just have to go get it. I just remember where it's at. So I'll have this beer and then I'll go get more rum. There's rum and Coke today. That's my drink of choice. But right now we're having a beer. Having a Modelo Negra. Yeah, I've been on just an overall Modelo kick lately. That's what I've been drinking. A lot of my beers have been Modelo. Like the regular Modelo and the blacks. I've been tearing those up. I don't know why either, because usually I'm a Corona guy. Like I like Coronas, but like a buddy of mine ordered me a Modelo at a restaurant, and I had it, and since then I've just been drinking those instead of Coronas. Is it? I don't think I've had it on tap yet. It's always been in a bottle. I don't think I've had it on tap yet. Yeah, I'll have to look and see if anybody around me carries it on tap. Rat's ready. Right here, the lighting looks so good in EverQuest 2. Like with the shadows and then the sun right here. But then like some spots will just get super dark. Oh, I dinged. Nice. Level up. We're approaching 40. Shit, where'd everybody go? Thank you, Tempest. With the social. Nice. Thank you. I've debated betraying this character to a ranger. I don't know if I want to, though. Yeah, sins aren't bad. They're so dependent on being, like, I don't know. I just felt like the ranger was easier to play. Assassins are so positional challenged. Rangers are still a little bit position fighting, but I feel completely useless on some fights when I can't get into position properly. Like, as an assassin. You're just lazy, move that mouse. Yeah, okay. Congrats, Q. On your tail. Firefly, what's going on? It says my wife used to have a macro to remind tanks to turn position the mob because she would lose so much DPS because of being out of position. Yeah. Oh, that's a whole lot of fighting there. Like, you almost have to play assassin like top down kind of scenario. Make EQ2 an ARPG at this point. That's how I play my ranger, top down. Yeah, I mean, it feels better, kind of. Crazy. This is my time. This is my box. F. F. Jesus. we got ads. Ads everywhere. Ads are on the healer. I pulled them off. Pulling them towards Grog. Rolled a 90. I got one. I got one. I got the quest. Rigged? What? That was probably Timothy's last one to close out the quest too. Now he's not going to get any more. Ooh, oh, 91. Cumulative rolled a 98 on the scale. Jeez. Why is it not playing the victory sound? Weird. Oh, it did? Victory! I guess I didn't hear it when Sin played it, I guess. No, you don't have to snowball me too if I miss sounds. I was just making sure I didn't mess something up there in my random video setup thing with sound effects. Come on, 40. it. Sweet. Got a Fury Master, Swashbuckler Master. Emilu's getting hit. Show me the tooth. I got it. Nice. Now I just need a claw, scale, and a tail. Sweet. Oh, that guy has a quest for me now. I'm gonna go grab that real fast. Stop kneading on something you may have. Did I do that? Emilu.
It's not possible. This explains my. These
No names. Got it.
Excellent.
King says, can a Zerg max DPS great be top 5-6 DPS in raids? In your experience, I have no idea. I don't raid that much. King. Maybe somebody in chat can help, though. I was trying to get it off you, Q, but that thing is on you. That was brutal. Freddy says once they get their mythic weapon and get 100% AE auto attack and mass pulls. Damn. What Freddy says, King. Tried to do that with that wish familiar maxed out level that gives plus 23.8% on all attributes, max DPS gear. Zerker Myth Weapon gives that 100% AE auto attack buff. Pretty awesome weapon. But a long fight, yeah. Able to solo Dragon 1 epic that time? That's it? Oh, gotcha. FFs. Oh, man. It just wasn't meant to be, Q. Keep up this kid who's gonna pull the dragon. Oh. Can you take the quest more than once? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Yeah, loading another box updates. Yeah, so you need 11 total. Actually, if you haven't accepted the quest, can you loot another one? Like, does it just stack in your inventory? Like, if you got the first one and you didn't right click on it and examine, does it just stack in your inventory? I wonder. Or is it lore? I would assume it's lore. You didn't even roll on that one. Oh no. All the loots. Snookin!
Good afternoon. Good evening.
What's up, Snookin? How's it going? Thank you for the 33 months of support, dude. Holy crap. That's awesome. Thank you. Hope you're having a good Saturday. So yesterday morning it snowed from 8 a.m. until noon. Then the sun came out and we've been in shorts since. Holy cow, man. That's crazy. Springtime in New Mexico at 6,800 feet. Yeah, I see him up there. Is it a full group? Yeah, another full group. Maybe they'll just move deeper and leave us the entryway. Either that or we move in more. Nice, Zane. Congrats. Do you want to move in or do you want to go topside for a little bit? I mean, we can clear a little bit of the topside without aggroing the dragon. Live boldly, die with honor, is what Megaton says. Guess we're going topside. Why am I so slow? Got an orange clay on us. Resists everything. Grats. Grug. That other group started to come up here, but I guess they turned around and went down. See Zorg the Reanimator's on track, which I think he's under though. Rezzed by Tempest. CT 42923. Okay, bye y'all. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong there. Did I back into them or something? I just saw that I died. I don't even know what I did. Oh, I backed into him. Scarix Gaming says, why is this game so dead? Is it worth starting? The game's not dead. The population is low, yes. But it is worth starting if you've never played it before, because I think you should at least try EverQuest 2. It is an older MMO, but I think it's worth everybody trying. Came out 2 weeks before WoW did. The devs were very communicative between each other when they were making both games. I feel like EverQuest 2 is more of a classic MMO RPG without the hardcore from EverQuest 1's universe, if you know what I mean. But I definitely think it's worth a try. I mean, you can download the game for free and play up to 100 levels of content. There are some paywall things like using the broker system and chatting in certain channels, but for the most part, it's a good trial. Free to play. Not many MMORPGs left these days. Kind of desperate, yeah. I mean, there's still a decent population with EverQuest 2. Don't get me wrong. It is very... The servers are kind of top-heavy, and what I mean by that is a lot of players are in the in-game scenario on the servers. So, like, if you're a new player, you're not going to run into a lot of people unless you find a guild that has people that are playing old content. Or if you start on, like, a time-locked expansion server, you'll run into some people there. As well. If you think it's dead because of Twitch streaming, that's incorrect. A lot of people just don't know what Twitch is in EQ2, so like you don't really see a lot of Twitch streamers streaming EQ2. It has gotten better, but there's still not a lot of channels that stream it. EQ2 sits in a strange place between what most people consider old school and most theme parky design. It's pretty neat MMO, yeah, it really is. It does have one of the better housing systems by far in any MMO. So if you like decorating houses and crafting and stuff like that, EQ2 is definitely going to be a good time for you. Yeah, Snook, and a lot of people do like running old content. It's just finding the right like rule set to run, you know. Probably best to start on TLE as a new player though. Less sensory overload. Yeah. We all are old people, so the Megaton. Yeah. Experience, not old. And it's important to understand that the UI is very customizable before you get in. Yep. So yeah, if you're a new or a returning player, the time-locked expansion server is going to be your best starting point, to be honest. The only thing that's hard for people to get in on that is because it does require all-access subscription. So in order to play on a TLE server, you're going to have to pay $14.99 a month or whatever. But if you're just trying to see if this game is going to scratch an itch, do the free download. Make sure when you're patching the game, you click the little gearbox and go to the game settings and tell it to download the full client. Once you do that, you have 2 character slots, make a few characters, find something that fits your fancy, play around for a little bit. If you find yourself logging in, you know, a few days out of the week, consider going all access. Once you get all access, make a character over on Varsoon, which is a PvE TLE, and find a guild that has similar playtimes as you. Start making friends. Don't be afraid to chat, and I'm sure you'll have a good time. Do you have a non-hardcore run going on TLE? Our guild does. We do have characters that are non-PV, non-permadeath in our guild. They're just separated by rank. For example, Freddy Oakensoul, he's non-permadeath. So we do have. I have 2 other characters on Varsoon that are not permadeath. One is a guild manager, and then one is my actual main character, which is my troubadour. Congrats, Tim. The UI is very customizable. There are downloaded third-party add-ons, so like EQ2 Maps helps with questing and finding waypoints on the map. You see these little icons here. This is from EQ2 Maps add-on. There's different interfaces as well. There's Dark UI, Profit, a few other pieces that you can get together. I prefer Dark UI, but I always tell new players or returning players not to mess with the interfaces until they find something in the game that they want better. So like, for instance, when I first came back to EverQuest 2, I wanted my crafting window to be both screens. Normally your crafting window is just your recipe, and then once you start crafting, it's your progress. I wanted that window to be in one. So that's when I started looking at third-party UIs to figure out what I needed or which interface I wanted to get that included that or had that option. This stinks. Thank you for that follow. Welcome. Yeah, now that we have non-permadeath in the guild, I really don't need a guild manager. You're right. But I made the guardian to be the guild manager for the housing stuff because we do technically have a guild house. It's just not managed right now on Varsoon. Like there's a depot for resources and materials in there. Sometimes when I use my F key to target Grug, it targets his pet for some reason. And I don't know why. So like when I hit F4, sometimes it'll just think that I want his pet as my target. See, there, it just did it. I hit it once though, I didn't hit it twice, unless my F key's messed up. That's how it happens. As far as I know. Gotcha, Q. I mean, you might be right. Maybe I am tapping it twice. If anybody has any questions, don't be afraid to ask them. I know in dungeons I kind of get tunnel vision, so bear with me, but if you have any questions, we're here for you. If I don't know the answer, somebody in chat will help us. Perfect finesse, another swashbuckler. Thulian claw, that's a good bruiser weapon, nice. And beast lord master, cool. Oh, and I hit need on that master. I apologize. I don't need it, but I accidentally clicked need. I know, all the beast lords in here are gonna be mad. What's up, Darko? How's it going, sir? We had a good run, folks. Was the dragon on track? I don't see him on track. He's probably out there, though. Yeah, I see him. Vinicor. How you doing, Vin? Ooh. Congrats, Cumulu. Level 40. Got a clay golem coming up on us. Black was 40. Well, once I get 40, we can go over to Clack if you want to run it for a little bit. I only got about 30 minutes left, but I'm down to try it. I got one orange bubble left of 39. Resist. Just need to scale.
Wonderful work. Here you are. Those incidents. I'm afraid it may have not. Excellent.
Stab him. Dead. They're all dead. Yeah, turn in your quest to Zealot if you have it. Ding. 40. What does this do? 36 seconds, caster will have their chance to hit weapon increased by 4.5%. Increases DPS, increases piercing, classing, and crushing. It's the recast. Recast is 5 minutes. 5 whole minutes. Yeah, you're the only person that took the port. We'll be there in just seconds. Respawn rates are nuts, yeah. Baited. Alright, let's go over to... Let's check out Clack to finish out the stream. Steam font. 3 levels, 2 hours, not bad, yeah. Wizards have more portal options than wardens, right? I think they're about even, right? Oh, Tempest in group says later game the spires are way more useful. The only time druids really got borked with KOS, but generally sorcerers have the better options. Gotcha. Thank you, Mega. Advancement point. A new zone that we have not seen yet on Permadeath, chat. We are entering Blackanon. Blackanon. UF dungeon. It's a contested dungeon. And contested meaning other groups can come in here. There are 7 people in the zone. Earrings of the Metal Cutter. Sure. There's your level 40 gear. Yep. Don't forget to swap your arrows. Yeah, I did. I swapped them. Thank you, Tempest. Other named. Wait. Level 40 gear, I like it. Just need a full set of chain, please. Or 4 sets of chain, yeah. Experience actually seemed pretty good. I mean, we're not even in the heroic section yet. Whoever writes X Kitty Cat Gamers Gamer X, it's 239 copper. Also, don't forget to enter up in the channel currency giveaway. Do one of those at the end of every stream, which will be coming to an end in about 20-ish minutes. Get 'em. Good old ads. Yep. Who else needs it? Okay, so then girl give to Perma. Clockwork killers. Finding all the updates. Evade. Or we'll need on that. I win. How do our arrows stick in clockwork, by the way? How are they not just bouncing off the metal? Armor piercing rounds? I mean, maybe, right? You're expert enough to hit between the armor plates? Okay. Sure. All very good, valid reasons, guys. I like it. Solid answers. Oh, we're getting ballsy going deeper. Get lost in here. Oh, these are red. Oh, Drug's turning around. Drug's like, I don't know, maybe not. It just sucks though, because that's like the heroic content. There are some heroics. Actually, these aren't even heroics. These are one-ups on the island. Oh man. There's a named. You want me to pull him? Incoming. Come on, drop something useful. Give us the good loot. Heavy metal breastplate. That's what we get. Do we even have a plate wearer in the group? I don't think we do. Man. Ugh, just missed it. Let me go on Viz. There we go. Nice. There's a bunch of helicopters around us. Fuel cell. Shiny? Where's shiny? Oh, I see it. Nice. Even the trash chain loot is better than my legendary 30 chest? Yeah. Yeah. I had the same thing. Same upgrade for me, Perma. Y'all about ready to call it here shortly. What's in this room? Clockwork lift. Where's that go? Probably don't want to know, huh? I already have it. Already wearing it.
Hello. What?
Oh. Port of Innovation. It's red. Uh-oh. Hold on, Q. Oh, God. Hold on. Did I get everybody? All right. I vote we call it there. Mystic says, I think there's an instance in there. Yeah, that's it. Man, Q went down quick. Q is still down there? No, really? How did Q... You're good? Okay. I was like, how did Q get stopped there? Great group, guys. See how it is. I don't know. That's twice now that the Q hasn't been grabbed with Perma's evac. That's weird. That happened last weekend, too. Oh, she didn't zone in yet, is what Tempest is saying. It's a quick guild. Well, guys, that is going to do it for me today. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I got to go get dinner started. Not yet, actually. Wait a little bit on dinner, but get ready for dinner, I should say. Thank y'all for hanging out today. Thank you for being here. If you're new to the channel, thank you. Hopefully you consider hitting that follow button. Appreciate you being here. Go ahead and type !enter just like Tempest did right there. That'll put you in for a chance at winning 5,000 copper pieces. And you can use that copper to play the sound effects on stream or the mini games in chat. Stream schedule looks like Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays we go live around 7 p.m. Eastern. Saturday and Sunday it's usually around 1 p.m. Eastern. I'll catch us over here. Tuesdays are dedicated to the PvP server at this current time. Saturdays and Sundays will be dedicated towards Varsoon Permadeath. There is a new redeemable option with the Twitch Platinum system, or Twitch Points, whatever you want to call them, where you can make me change the server. That is in there. It can be purchased now. Did I make it active, actually? Don't remember if I did. Oh, it is there. Okay. I wasn't sure because I remember making it, but wasn't sure if I turned it on. So you'll be able to, so the high rollers that have tons of plat will be able to spend some plat to make me change server if they want to. Yeah, I did too, Perma. I deleted mine and it still came back. You're talking about this overseer boost thing? It keeps coming back. I've deleted it out of my inventory twice now. And when I log back in, it still comes up. Still comes back to my inventory, so that's cool. But I think that's all I got for you guys. Thank y'all for hanging out. Appreciate y'all being here. Let's go ahead and see who won the channel currency giveaway. I'm gonna close that up. And the winner today is S.A. Darko. Congrats, Darko. Go ahead and give you, not you, 5,000 copper. There you go. Congrats. Alright, everybody. That's it for me today. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all stay safe. Be good humans to each other. And we'll see you back here tomorrow afternoon. Probably around the same time, alright? Sound good? Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Huge shout out to Distanks for the follow, Snookin for the resub, Fuel with the sub, Woodrain with the resub. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. And Blackberry Bear, thank you for that follow. Welcome. Have a good one, Zane. Thank you for hanging out, man. All right, everybody. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all stay safe. Can I... No, come on. Stupid. My rhinos follow me up here? Oh no, my rhinos can't follow me. Did I lose them? Oh no. I lost all my... Damn it, I lost my rhinos. Son of a biscuit. I can't. Just can't. Yeah, there's a name to though. Oh, he's... Oh, shit. This ain't good. This ain't good.
Yeah, all those humps you humped my way paid off.
Oh, look at Epic Dose Gaming coming in with the sub. Thank you, man. Oh, there they are. They're still there. Thank you for that resub, man. 5 months in a row. Get out of here. That is awesome. This thing ain't dying. It's not dying.
I'm trying to get there.
Shit. My rhinos ain't helping me. Used all my emergency heals. Ned, what are you doing? You're right there.
I don't have my leaper mount on.
You're right there. Oh, son of a biscuit. Come on.
Because you're in combat, I can't.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I'm still alive. I'm still going,
Can you
guys.
like move it over here so I can like get to it?
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die. Oh my goodness. I can't heal and move. Oh, I swear to God. Oh. That was... Oh man. My rhinos are still here though. Should have passed out red items, I guess.
Oh yeah, I can't even res you.
No, he killed one of the solo mobs, scumbag. There was a solo mob that was attacking him.
Yeah, I couldn't get up there.
Well, I guess sit right here. I want to kill that named when I come back.